Hey, good Thursday after morning, everybody. So, yes, I'm here to talk a little bit about the text marketing project. Actually was having a text conversation about this with someone just very recently. So I took some screenshots of it and I figured I would present that here to provide my update. This friend of mine asked what was going on? What's up with the new SMS marketing? This is totally legit. And I always give positive reinforcement. And so I want to start off with the vision of kind of how we see text marketing working here in the future. And I will say kind of off the top that this is all still very much in the planning and trying to figure out the best way to do it phase. And so a lot of the stuff that's presented here is sort of kind of the way we're thinking, but nothing is really locked in. Nothing's etched in stone at this point. You see a lot of mock-ups and just sort of like just kind of things in motion. Everything is completely fake, but I'm going to present it like it's real. So we are looking to, part of the vision is that we want to make this very easy to use. We want to have opt-in capabilities that are very clear. And so this is a mock-up of how people might be able to opt in. We're going to have the SMS is very regulated. We will have to have people opting in. We will have to have them give them the ability to opt out and stop text messages and everything. Right now, this is the mock-up of how we're thinking about allowing some people. This is one channel that people can opt in. On the development side, Cohart has been working on actually integrating some of the functionality of this. I believe he currently has opting in and opting out working from the SMS side of it. So I know he's doing a lot of good work on that stuff. But the vision as a whole is to try to allow the seamless integration into our existing marketing tools, because Rich and Jen have done amazing work with the custom lists, and it's just such a really cool, clear tool that we use for our email marketing. And so the goal of the vision is to be able to take our SMS text marketing capabilities and incorporate it into this somehow. Surprise, Rich! Surprise, Jen! I don't know. I guess. But that's the idea. That's the thought. It makes a lot of sense as far as if I'm if I'm marketing my race, to have one place where I can go and kind of manage my email, my text messages, and stuff like that. So we want to make that as clear and as easy for them as possible. We want to be able to provide tons of flexible features. Thank you so much to Kiesel and Darren for your mock-ups and the work that you're doing to help us think through this stuff. But we want to be able to provide overview pages and quick ways to get to actions. You can see some of the things we're thinking about as far as how this, all the parts that are going to be part of this project. We want to, as always, provide the awesome reporting that people have come to expect from RunSignup. So this is sort of how we're thinking about a way in which we can present the data. We can capture the data that's from the SMS that's sent. We're using Twilio as a third party to send these messages. We are able to receive back from them some of this analytic information, and so we want to be able to provide that information back to the directors in some very useful, beneficial way, so they can see how it's working or how it isn't working. And then so that was what I said about the vision. The next thing is the plan. And I kind of put the plan in because I needed 3 bullet points. This one's pretty quick. But the plan is this. Yes, you can only sign up for text messaging if you have an existing payment account. We are looking to charge a $10 activation fee and 1 penny per text. It'll cost us more than that to do that, but it's sort of the way in which we can keep people. We want to only be dealing with people who are really legit, want to do this. And, I think we're kind of learning our lessons as far as making sure we have the right people doing the right things with the right tools. The third bullet point now is the status and, kind of where are we right now? What is going on with all this stuff? So I thought this was a pretty cool graphic. Right now we're workshopping things. This is an actual screenshot taken from one of Keith's, kind of thinking through how's this going to work? How are we going to present the ability for them to send text messages? Are we going to have previews? So that's kind of a peek behind the curtain, a peek into Keith's brain maybe. But it's so right now we're just kind of thinking through what's the best way to present these tools and features. And a lot of the work that's being done on the development side right now is going into the onboarding process. So as I mentioned up at the very front, SMS is super regulated, like even more so than email. And we will have to go through a pretty rigorous onboarding process. And in fact, it will be very similar to Adyen. There's going to be sort of 2 steps to it where you will have to sort of have your business account verified. So if you have a payment account, it would probably be tied to this approval. And then for each, like let's say you have multiple events, you want multiple toll-free numbers to text from. Each one of those toll-free numbers would then need to be applied to have verified and activated. And so some of the stuff that's going to be expected to, as far as information to apply to have text messaging enabled for your account, will be everything that's on your payment account, essentially KYC. They want to be able to make sure you are who you are, and they want to also understand why you want to use it. So part of this process is we're going to have to provide some estimates of how many messages we're going to send, what type of messages they are. They want to see examples of the message content. We have to ensure that we're including clear language as far as opting in and opting out, and then it'll all get wrapped up in a nice big present, and we will send that to Twilio via an API call, and then they will, I believe, manually, like human eyeballs, will look at it, and they will make the decision. Here's my co-presenter. What do you say? This is Boo. Boo is very vocal. Okay, she likes to show up when I'm presenting. So that, yeah, and so it's taking some time. Right now I'm working on the onboarding part. Essentially building up the package that we're going to send to Twilio to submit the actual application. Once we have submitted it, we will then be getting webhooks back from them to let us know when the status has changed. And with those status changes, there might be actions that they will have to take, which would include resubmitting documents if something's missing or something like that. Not unlike the way we work with Adyen. So it is very similar to Adyen. I'm using the Adyen onboarding process a lot as I'm building this one. Yeah, and that's text marketing. Any questions from anyone before I give it back to Allison?
So this will be out, what, like mid-November?
Yeah, mid-November 2029. So no, hopefully we're able to make some good progress on it. We have had to kind of put it to the side a couple of times here in the last few months with a couple other projects, but right now we can kind of focus on it, and we're looking to make some progress on it here in the next coming months.
Thanks.
If we do something wrong, does Twilio shut down our whole code, or could they selectively decide which pieces to shut down?
I believe that they would shut down per phone number. And I think Bruce has done a lot of work as far as kind of on the business side of things, making sure that that we're doing everything the right way. But I'm pretty sure that they would shut down the phone number associated. So when you apply to use it, you apply for a toll-free number. You then use that number, and if that number gets abused, they would just shut down that number. But everyone else should be okay. That's how I understand it.
Yeah, that's true. Bruce is not on. Sadly, his puppy dog, Rosie, was passed away last night. So sad news for Bruce there. Yeah, I know. Oh no. And that was one sweet dog, I'll tell you. But everything that Joel just said is true, and we are leaning towards the one phone number to one race type of methodology. It'll depend upon how this whole onboarding process goes, and maybe somebody like like Corrigan could use a single phone number for all of their events. But we're not quite sure yet. That'll depend upon how this onboarding project goes.
Now Joel here, one of our developers, has something he wants to say.
Like and subscribe. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Hello, Internet. I'm here.
I should just have you record that for all the videos.